led me to learn I had become a witch, I have no clue. Before I knew it, I had been abandoned, and before I knew it, I had been taken in. A traveling circus just happened to be in town. Lively voices poured out from inside the flashy tent. It was so strange, seeing people go in and out with bright smiles on their faces. After having stood outside for the entire performance, the circus troupe took me in as one of their own. That is pretty much the first thing I remember. Yes, my entire life began with the circus. The troupe found out pretty quickly that I was a witch, but they didn't mind. Because while they may not have been witches themselves, they too were the black sheep of the lot. I started out as an assistant, and before long, they gave me a test to see what my act would be. I was a clown, a trapeze artist, a beast master, but I kinda sucked at everything. The only thing I was good at were these girls, my pistols. I lived a pretty happy life after that. All while concealing the fact that I was a witch from the audience, of course. Slowly but surely, I started getting fans. I remember the time I performed in a small village. There was this young girl who, while hugging a gunslinger doll, called out to me, "The world's greatest gunslinger," she said. I was so happy. But when the witch's curse started spreading throughout the continent, people would turn us down, saying they weren't in the mood for the circus. They drove us out. They cursed at us. Honestly, it was pretty painful. But you know, what hurt more than all of that put together was the fact that I couldn't put smiles on their gloomy faces. After the curse had covered the entire continent, we returned to that small village. To the place where my cute little fan was. But the curse had sent everything to ruin. There wasn't a single moving body in sight. Among the rubble is where I found it. That small gunslinger doll. Its neck ripped off. Its body stained in blood. No! No way! Is there really nothing I can do for them in the circus? What should we do? What should I do? Monsters! On our way to our next destination, we came across some refugees being chased by cursed creatures. A young girl, about the same age as my little fan, was being chased by a creature. I'm sure if I use my magical power, I can save her. Ignoring my troop mates' warnings, I unleashed my full potential for the very first time. A large target. No need to aim. All I need is this one shot. As I watched the creature fall to the ground, I let my fate play out in my head. I'm sure someone will call the Knights of Longinus, and I'll be captured in an instant. The least I can do is make sure I don't cause trouble for anyone. Maybe I'll say I hid my existence as a witch from the troupe. Or maybe I'll say I was just passing by. I tried to think of ways for only me to be captured by the knights. But I didn't need to use any of them. because no one called the knights. Instead, people erupted with cheers of gratitude. They were happy. They were smiling. Ah, I see. I love the thundering applause and happy faces of the audience more than anything in the whole world. With this power of mine, maybe I'll be able to bring that happiness back to them. That's when I decided to go on an adventure. Sunrise. I try to leave the tent quietly, but the dazzling light from the spotlight stops me in my tracks. Oh, come on. Here I thought I'd leave without you all knowing. I really can't hide things from you guys, huh? The world's greatest gunslinger, Cordie. In celebration of your departure, let the circus begin! The tent erupts with festivities that are in no way befitting of a farewell. I hate to do this, but there's no way I can stay to the end of the show. If I do, I'm sure I won't want to leave anymore. Leaving my tears as they are, I make my way out of the tent, one stride at a time. The lively voices of everyone illuminating my way, in hopes of one day returning to shine under the dazzling spotlight once more.